Hi all. So in previous tutorial we have done our progress bar thing. So we will just continue that part and we will make our speedometer today. Okay. So so go to visuals, materials, and circular progress bar. So I will just make few changes which we haven't done before. Just first thing, we have to just multiply with the. We don't want to multiply with RGB. Just take anything from R or G or B, and it will work. Click save. Next part is I'm just replacing this texture. I have already put the updated file, so I will just select my latest texture from my desktop. So just select it. Yep. The thing was it was not the black part, so I've just updated it. Okay. Next part is the okay. We are just getting the filled part. I just want to have some background for the circular part, so we will just do that. So this was we have done previously, but what we will do here, we will just from the multiply node, we will just let's clamp from the 0 to 1, and after clamping what I will do, I will just subtract. No, subtract. Yep. And I will just make a constant, press 1, and I will convert to parameter. I will name it as background dim, and for the default I will just put 7.7 or zero point 0.9 will be fine, and for the max value it will be 0 to 1. And what I will do, I will just add it to our existing one. Okay, so I will just add it and add it to the final color. And for the default color which we are setting here, just make it light. Okay, think we should be fine. Let's check. See, we are just getting this ring, right? Okay, let's see if what we are getting in the instance. Just check the. Okay, we are not getting the background which we want, so just check what we have done wrong. Hmm. Okay, what we are doing here, we are just put the opacity to this point only, so it is wrong. And what we will do, we will just get the ring from the upper side, just make it here and multiply with R and put it to the opacity, and it should work. See, now we are getting this value. So click save, go to mi speed. Now we are just getting the texture, so we can just also like make it completely visible, or how much dim we want. I think zero point 0.9 is good, but it is still visible, but it is okay. Okay, now what I will do, I will just create two copy. One is for the mi speed and one is for the mi like nitro. For the speed, what I will do, I will just choose the structure. I will just set it to true, and this structure will be visible, so we don't get the color. Okay, I want this texture to be used right up. For the background dim, let's make it 0.93 maybe. Yep, it is looking more suitable, or zero point 0.9 is also okay too. So we are just done with the materials. Now what we will do, we will just create the widgets. So go to the visuals, create HUD folder. Okay, so inside the HUD, right click, user interface, widget. So it's widget BP, This is the standard naming convention which we always follow. Underscore. Uh, I will name it as progress bar or the speedometer, I will say. Okay, just let me bring it here, and I will just go for the custom, and I will like give them size like 250 to cross 250. Okay, so what I will do, I will just bring two images into the canvas panel. Okay, I will like anchor it to the full and make it 0 cross 0. And next thing, for the second, I will just put the offset to 20. You will get to know why. In first image, what we will do, just go to the with it brush, and for image I will just choose mi underscore speed, choose, and for the second one we will choose nitro, mi underscore nitro. Click save. They are okay, but for the nitro I think the green or blue color will be good, so I will just change the color, maybe something like this. Yep, it is cool. So just click OK and save. Yep, they are looking good. And just rename it I underscore speed, I underscore nitro. Next thing, let me open the reference. So this was the reference. So we are done with this part, we are done with the upper part too. Now we will make this. So if we subdivide the component, it will be the horizontal box, and we will just create the three parts. One is this, second is this, and third one is this. In first part we will just create the two we will just make the vertical box, and inside vertical box we will just have two text. So let's get back to it. Okay, so just go for the horizontal box. Okay, just place it in the middle, make it 0 0. The next we do want to have vertical box, put it inside the horizontal one. Next we want the brush border. Yep. Next I want to be the simple text, and yep. So we do have three things here, but in the first vertical box I want two text box, so I will just two text box in the vertical box. Okay, so let me change some text. So 380 maybe, and for the mph, miles per hour. Okay, so I will just put them like I want it to have the font to be like 35. I will just give the third, like go for the 16, and for the mph I will like make it 10. And for the horizontal box size, for the x I will just keep it at 100. For the y I will just increase it to 82 or 83. Okay, now I will just move it up like minus 20 maybe, and I will just for minus 7. Nope, and just put 0.5 here. Okay, For the border one, I will just put these three to the fill part, and for the border, I will just make it point 0 to 5. Just very shrinkable. Okay, now I want the vertical to be point 0.5, so point 0.5. Okay, for that it's point 0.4 maybe. Okay. For the vertical box, the upper one should be like point 0.8 or the point 0.7. Just click point 0.7 or point 0.8 maybe. Okay, it's look good. I think point 0.7 should be good. Point 0.7, and it should be point 0.3. Okay, make it in the middle. Middle 3 is good. Okay, just for the reference. Okay, let me just open the reference here. We just have little bit thick line, so we will just thicken it, and it is just kind of dark. And I think in the future what we will do, we will just change the font. Okay, but we will just work with these fonts for now. Just click these two text, and I will just right align them. And for the mph, what I will do, I will just change the color, just change the tint of it. For the vertical box, what I will do, I will just give the padding from the right side, so it should have just to have some room. Okay, not maybe 10, maybe 5, so we can just have. Okay, it looks good for now, but we still have some elements which we haven't put. First is like these numbers, which we can like add later on, or we can do it in the same video. Next is this icon. It is looking good, so we can add it too. So okay, so let's put some functionality, but before that, let's rename them. So it's tb underscore speed, uh, tb underscore gear. Okay, next I have okay, so let's create the functions for them. Just delete everything, and I will just custom event, set speed, custom set. Okay, gear, gear. We are done with the speed, we are done with the gear, speed, gear. Okay, next is the percentage. Set. Okay, so custom set rpm percentage. That may. Okay, next is custom set nitro percentage. So I just have created the four functions because we want to control these four parameters from the outside. Okay, so for the percentage, first what we will do, I will just create a macro, or what we can do, just drag one of them here. Get dynamic material. Why we are getting the dynamic material? Because we want to change the parameter. Like, we want to change these parameters, so we can do it like this. Just get dynamic material. So I will just set scalar parameter value, and I will name it as percentage. percentage. So just make sure that your spelling is the same like percentage. So we are just putting the same value. And what I will do, I will just make drag it here, and I will drag it here. Just delete this. What I will do, I will just collapse to macro. Set material, so met percentage. Okay, I don't want this, so just cross it from here. Just compile and save. What we will do here, just drag the nitro, get, and wrap it here. We will do the same thing in the set RPM percentage. So I so it is not the speed, it is the RPM. It is for the RPM. So I will just name it is I underscore RPM. Go to graph RPM for the value. Just drag it here. Compile. So those errors should be gone. For the speed and the current gear, what we will do, okay, for the speed, we don't have the access of those text variable. What we will do, we will just choose these two, the speed one and the gear one, and click this value is variable, so we can have access in our code. So we do have access now. Just to go for the gear, get, go for the speed, get. When you go for the speed, just set text. Okay. I want to have the input, which will be a float variable called speed float. And what I will do, I will just I just want the first two characters of the speed. So first I will just clamp it to the from 0 to, I will just have very high value like 1000 maybe. This is very high. This is not possible, but still I'm just putting the value, and make get string, or sorry, to string, and I will get substring length 2, put it here and drag it here. I just want from two values, but sometimes it gives me the negative value. That is why I'm just clamping it from 0 to 1000. Okay. We will just do somewhat same for the current gear. So I will just set text. But the thing is, we do have the gear in the integer value. So I will just add an input or values, or the gear current gear integer. Just drop it here. Perfect. Just compile and save, and we are done. So we have made all the functions. So what we will do now, we will create our main widget. So just go to the visuals, hard, just right click user interface and widget. So wbp underscore main. So this will be our main herd, which so everything which we will create in the future, we will just put it here. So just go to the user created section. So we just have created the wbp speedometer. We will just drag it here. Okay. So first we will just anchor it to the right corner, and we will just like 0 0 everything out. And we just at when we were creating the speedometer, we have placed the size like 250 cross 250. So we will just do it here. Next, for the alignment, I will make it like 1 and 1. And to have some offset, what I will do, I will like position it on the left hand side. Or what we can do, we will like, or 2 cross 2, but it is highly up, so 1.5 maybe, point 0.5, 1.5. Okay, so what we will do for the testing part, we will just go to the character BP, just go to the character mesh. We will add this thing in the begin play. This is just for the testing. uh, Create widget, add to viewport, but I just want to say the reference to, so just promote variable main herd wbp underscore main herd. So I'm just saving, so I can just have the reference. Okay, perfect. So just choose the main herd here and just compile and save. So it should work. Just control P. See, we have everything set up. But as we are running our car, these things are not updating because we are not calling anywhere. So first thing, if I try to call my tick function, I think it should not work because I'm overriding inside our native code. So I'm just testing it out if it is working or not. So compile. No, it is not working. So what I will do, this is just for the testing. What we will do, we'll just create a timer function. So hit timer by function name. We'll just click loop and point one custom tick. What I'm doing, I'm just creating a custom tick function just for the testing. Custom event, custom tick. So so what I'm doing, I'm just calling this function, and I just had to loop. So we can just check the functionality if everything is working or not. So what we will do, I will just take our main herd, and I will just get a reference of the get progress bar. This is cool. Go to the herd, like the main herd. Make sure we do have the reference for our speedometer. Yep, speedo. Okay, so we are just calling it as speedometer. So speedometer, we are not getting anything. So in the main BP, what we will do, we will just create. Okay, let me just. Let's create a function then. Get speedometer, and I will just return this. Compile and save. Go to the car. Get speedometer. Okay, so we are doing something wrong here. So main wbp main object reference, change variable type. Yep. Okay, now we can get speedometer. Okay, now we have the reference, so we can just delete the function. We don't want it. Just compile and save. So I just want to set the speed. So set speed. Next I want to set the percentage, or set current gear. Next, I want to set the percentage for the RPM and the nitro. We will do the nitro later. So just set RPM percentage. Cool. Try to connect it. Okay. For the speed, we can derive all these function like all these values from the vehicle movement component. Just drag it here. So the first thing, we can just get the direct forward speed in the mph, so just connect it to the speed. This is cool. Next is we want the gear, so we cannot get gear values directly, so just cast it to the chaos wheel vehicle movement component, right click, convert to pure cast, and just engine speed first. So this the rotation speed is the RPM, but we want the percentage. So when we were setting the car, we have set the max RPM to the 7,000. Uh, okay, where is it? Engine setup. See, we just have the max RPM 7,000. So what I will do, I will just divide it to 7,000, 7,000, and I will just multiply the value with 100. So I'm just taking the percentage value, so 100, and I will connect it to the RPM. For the gear, I will just drag it and ask for the current gear. Just plug in here, compile and save, and Alt P. Let's check if everything is work fine. See, like right now we do have 1200 rpm, because 1200 rpm is the default. As soon as we are just increasing, see our uh, that is working, our speed is also working. Very good. And the gear is also updating. This is cool. Our nitro is also working. Okay, so in the nitro function, we do have a issue. The voice is not continuous, so just go to the assets, audio, no, the FX nitro sound. Inside the sound, we just check the looping option, and just click looping, so we just get the continuous sound. Again, Alt P. Okay, Alt P. Okay, start. See, it is working. We still have dot. Okay, but everything works fine. Press shift key. Now we are just getting the nitro sound completely. Okay, this is working. This is working fine. So like when we will just put the nitro functionality, we will just connect it in the later tutorials. So today it was it. So if you like the tutorial, please like and subscribe. Thank you.